Hey, what is up, Plus Ultra fam? It is me, Plus Ultra Man, back again once again for our second podcast. I was actually really blown away by just how well receptive the first one was, to the extent that I just got really excited to make a second one. I actually spoke to Mondo Cool, who again give it all credit for this idea to. I spoke to him on Twitter the other day, and he was saying like the more you do this, the better you'll start to get at it, and the more people will start to get used to it. And it seems like you guys are actually enjoying these because I think like right now at the time of me recording this is like 15 or 18 hours after the original video was posted. It's got almost 700 views, and that's way more than I thought it'd get. So big thank you to you guys for just enjoying this type of content. I will definitely keep it up if you want me to. And as you can see, we do have some good what ifs to talk about today, but we also have. So just reading these in like no particular order. Joseph Andrews says, I want to use hashtag PlusUltraFam. What if Goku could transform into Oolong? I might skip this what if for right now. We have a few I'm going to do. I think I have 4 set up right now, and I will get to those soon. Moving on, Doug, who is, I'm pretty sure he's a pretty long-term subscriber, and I usually do see him in the comment section of the MondoCast, so very glad to have him here on these videos. He said, this is cool, Plus Ultra Man, I really like this idea. I'd appreciate if you continue this series. I definitely will, because it really seems like you guys are enjoying this storyline. Quick side note, I don't know why I really want to talk about this so much, but he calls me PUM here. I just want to kind of talk about like what you guys can call me. I really don't mind too much. You can call me Plus, you can call me Plus Ultra, you can call me Plus Ultra Man, PUM for short. Does not matter. As long as it's like nothing derogatory, we'll be good. I just kind of want to establish that. I don't really know why I'm doing it right now, but I just did kind of want to do that. My very good buddy Smugstick says, badass man, looking forward to the next one. So glad to have Smug here. You guys, if you have not subbed to Smug yet, please go sub to Smug. I've actually been a friend of his for a very long time now. Really glad to have him around. But yeah, that's just about it. Doug also says in another one of his comics, now we just need Smugstick to do a podcast and we'll have the Dragon Ball podcast trio. That's kind of in reference to the idea that we started off the what if relay type of thing with this like this Trinity thing. So it would be kind of cool if Smug did make his own podcast in response to this. Mr. X says, would you be willing to hear another idea for a power set that could fit Mineta or Midoriya? Sure. I'm always open to ideas. It's just kind of like I said in my last stream, and I think I said in the comments, or not the last stream, but the last podcast, and I said it in the comments of the last version of Generator Deku. I'm just not the biggest fan of the what if Deku could do this type of power, this type of ability. They aren't the most interesting stories to me, but if other people want to see them, I will try and get them out to you just because I know you enjoy them. But yeah, if you want to show me something, go ahead, Mr. X. I have no problem with it at all. Ron AC Slayer says, I enjoy your videos, and I wish a lot of your what ifs were true, like the Jiraiya adopts Naruto series. Thanks so much, Ronnie. Something I do want to try and do is maybe have like some animated shorts, some of my what ifs at some point, or maybe do some fan manga. That is a very long time down the line of the channel, like the career of Plus Ultraman. So I'm not betting on that anytime soon, but I am glad that you enjoyed it enough to want to see that type of stuff. Justin Marshall says, when I first watched My Hero Academia, I thought All Might was going to turn out to be a villain that Deku could defeat without any powers. Can you do a what if similar to this idea? Basically, you're asking what if All Might was a villain, which I think makes the story, it's very interesting actually, but it makes the story very hard to pull off. It probably wouldn't be a scripted what if because I feel like the story of My Hero needs to go a little further down the line so I kind of see how more things are going to turn out. But it is an interesting idea to me, definitely. Nate Manic says, dude, I wish you had more subs. You need like at least 1 million subs by now. Nate, that means like way more than you can really understand it means. I gotta tell you, like, starting this channel off almost a year ago, 100 subscribers was pretty much a pipe dream, and to be, what is it, like 2,000, I don't know the math for this, but like over 2,000 times that in the amount of time I did it, I am not only very proud of myself, I am very proud of this channel. I'm very proud of this community that I've built with it, and I'm just ecstatic to see like where we're gonna go from here. But 1 million subs would be great. To me right now, 100,000 subscribers would be great. 50,000 would be great. 25,000 would be great. So I am just so excited to see where we take this community and this channel right now. And thank you so much just for loving the content the way you do. So thanks, man. The Crimson Zeke says, still waiting for what if Jiraiya adopted by Naruto, because he actually typed it in all caps. But yeah, Zeke, about that. Like I said in the last video, the script and everything is pretty much done. I just gotta get in the mindset of wanting to do it. I can tell you that part 5 and part 6 are gonna be very, very hype. You're gonna enjoy them all. But I'm just not in the mood to do a Naruto video at the moment. I really want to focus on some of my more Dragon Ball centered content for a while, and then Naruto, or actually no, I want to focus on Dragon Ball content, and because I promised it to you, the What If Stain Train Deku series has to have a 6-part come out very, very soon, and then after that, Naruto will definitely on the horizon. I've also been getting more desire to see the final part of What If Goku landed on Planet Namek. And anytime after July 21st, which is when the 50th chapter, of Dragon Ball Super will be posted, and we'll know some more about the Mora arc. I have seen some leaks about it, but I'm just trying to see where that arc is going, so I can kind of craft a version of it in that story. What If Universe asks, I wish this podcast had more segments. I actually did respond to him in the comment section, but I will say this now because it's also pretty important information for you guys to hear as well. I said this is only the first one. I'm going to do at least 3 more, but it seems like these are going to be pretty popular, which they do seem to be very popular actually, or just the first one did. It's doing a lot better than I expected. From now on, a lot like Mondo does his podcast, I'll start up with the hashtag #PlusUltraFam shoutouts because people have overwhelmingly voted for the hashtag #PlusUltraFam thing to be what we use it for. On to that, we'll move on to some interesting or significant comments, and then finish up with some 2 to 5 minute what if scenarios. So this is me kind of saying it now. The hashtag for the streams, or not the stream, the podcast, is going to be hashtag #PlusUltraFam. I'm not going to read out every shout out for you if you've done your hashtag #PlusUltraFam. I'm going to pick a few random ones and they'll get a shout out. And the reason I'm doing this because if I do like for everyone, it's going to take a long time and it won't be as special. So it will be like 4 or 5 people randomly. Also, very big shout out to What If Universe, by the way. I'm going to try and remember to link one of his videos down below. I think he did What If Deku Found a Green Lantern Ring. He's also been very, very supportive of me on my Twitter page, which if you guys aren't following me on Twitter yet, I'd really appreciate the follows on Twitter. We're very close to 200 followers very, very soon. And I think once we hit that, I'm supposed to show you guys the whole setup I have downstairs where I record and edit my videos. But I will try and remember to link one of his videos here in the description and probably in the iCard. Very, very nice guy. I think he is now a part of Anime Royalty, and he has taken my spot. So that's a really good thing because I wasn't gonna be able to be on Anime Royalty at any time, like point in time soon. So that's a really good thing. So very, very big shout out to him, and thank him for thanks for your question that kind of allowed me to talk more about the way these podcasts are gonna go. With that out of the way, there were a lot more comments and a lot more what if suggestions, but we do have some pretty long what if suggestions because I try to go pretty in depth with all 4 of the ones I chose. That said, they probably won't be necessarily this long from now on. They might be like 2 or 4 minutes from now on, just because I don't want to have to cut these many questions off anymore. But I did enjoy this. Guys, don't ever like feel, oh, I shouldn't comment a question because he's not going to answer it. I would definitely try and get to you at some point. If I didn't get to you in one podcast, definitely go back and retype it in the next one. I might try and get you that one. But our #PlusUltraFam shoutouts for this video. We have Blast Nexus, Doko. I think this is Cameron Johnson Law, Justin Marshall, and Joseph Andrews. So thanks to those guys for using the #PlusUltraFam hashtag. And I did use the Control F feature for this where I just kind of find it. So spelling is going to matter. When you're using the hashtag #PlusUltra feature or tag, you need to put hashtag, capital P, capital F, +UltraFam. Okay, my bad. Capital P, capital U, capital F, +UltraFam, and everything's good. But yeah, guys, from there, we're going to actually move on to the 4 what ifs I have prepared for today's podcast. And full disclosure, these are actually scripted just because I felt like these might be some interesting ideas to just put on paper and it'll keep me from rambling and not having my words together. I've always been a very big advocate of scripting your videos out. So I am going to script these sometimes. I'm not going to follow the script verbatim though. But here we go. Starting off with our what ifs for the cast, Spider Troll asks, what if Asta was in My Hero Academia and had swords that could nullify quirks? Or what if Deku was in Black Clover? Sadly, Spider, we're only going to do one of these today, just so we have enough time for everybody else's. So we'll do the what if Asta was in the My Hero Academia storyline. And if you want to see the what if Deku was in Black Clover storyline, definitely re-comment that down on this podcast or a future podcast and you may see it. With this idea, I can see this working two ways. Either Asta and Deku switch places in their, respective universes, which is less interesting to me, or Asta is just magically transported to the My Hero Academia universe through some mystical means. This is more interesting to me because it means that Asta's story can go alongside Deku's story, which is like way more interesting to me. That said, magic power and a quirk are two different things to me, but they may have a little go between them. I think Asta still has the 5-leaf grimoire attached to his soul, or whatever you want to call it. So this means that when he's transported to the My Hero Academia universe, he is able to use his Demon Dweller and Demon Slayer swords at some point once he's in a dire situation and he's able to summon the grimoire and use them. Before that, he would be an orphan and he probably gets adopted at some point. He probably nowhere close, or not too close to Deku in like their growing up towns or whatever. But they may try and both go to UA. And also probably have a very similar dream to All Might and just wanting to make the world a better place as he wants to make the lives of his sister Lily and his foster family better in canon. He might want to do that in the canon of this new scenario. But he is quirkless. This causes him to train as he did in his own series, but here he'd be even more powerful. Remember, Stain's physical feats are all his own physical strength, speed, and agility pretty much. Meaning if Asta, who in his own series with no enhancement from magic, is able to move at light speed and stuff when he's like sensing ki, this means that this version of Asta as a kid is probably going to be definitely stronger and faster than just base Stain, which is really, really, really amazing. He would likely still go to the UA entrance exams, and let's say he unlocks his sword during an encounter with the huge 0-point robot. He's probably able to punch and kick the smaller robots and earn villain points from there. And he actually like saves somebody from a 0-point robot, kind of like Deku does. From there, he would definitely go into Class 1A, I think, and probably kick out either Mineta or maybe Toru, just because he's a way more combat-oriented quirk haver, or whatever you want to call it, or hero. So I think he would probably kick out one of the more less combat-oriented quirks, which would probably be Toru instead of Mineta. I'll leave this one here for now, but if you want to see this continued in another podcast, smash the like button on this podcast and the last one. And if you see Spider Troll commenting anything on this podcast or the last one, definitely hit that like button and let me know that you want to see this continued. I will do that in the podcast, where if you want to see one what if I've done in one of the podcasts, I kind of continue it and elaborate more on it. Sans127 asks, wanted to ask, what if Deku trained as a martial artist? I think this one could come in response to Deku being bullied as a kid. We've all like gotten to a fight at some point at kids and want to learn to really beat ass like Goku does. Or why did I say it like that? I don't know why every time I curse on the channel, it sounds so unnatural. Like I never curse, but I actually curse a lot. Anyway, this results in Deku's mom probably like caving in and saying like, all right, I'll at least sign him up for some self-defense classes, at least something that'll keep my son from just being bullied out in the playground and stuff like that. And from here, Deku would definitely learn some mental toughness, definitely, because that's a big part of martial arts. And he would also learn a lot of discipline. And I feel like the next time he got into a fight with Bakugo, through maybe learning to dodge or sidestep your opponent's attacks or maybe block some, he's able to defeat Bakugo by maybe dodging some explosions and hitting him square in the nose, just knocking him on his butt. And, as a kid, being hit in the nose is probably one of the most painful things. So I think Bakugo would probably give up very, very soon. Or if he had to do it again, Deku might get him again a few times or just dodge him and he just gets tired and he just says, all right, that's it. From there, I think Deku really just develops a very big love for the martial arts. He might study more of them. He might study one different school of martial arts and just become a master of that, becoming a black belt by the time the series starts proper. But I don't think this would react or result in too big of a change. Deku would probably still go to the same middle school. Bakugo would probably still be attacked by the sludge villain. Things would probably end up the same, and Deku would probably still end up with one for all, And this would actually just result in him being stronger when he gets it, which means the 10 months of the Aim to Pass American Dream plan works on his body a little bit better because he's more accustomed to working out. He's more accustomed to hand-to-hand combat, and he's just a stronger hero when the story starts. Good buddy of mine who is also a YouTuber, he also does what ifs, and he's also a moderator on the Discord, which you're not in the Discord yet, please go join the Discord. It's a really cool place to just come hang out and talk about stuff. But I'll try and remember to link one of Super Savage's videos in the description below or on the iCard or something like that. But he says, hashtag #PlusUltraFam, I assume you're taking questions, and I am, yeah. My questions I am, yeah. Like I said, this is scripted. I'm not going completely off the script, so some of this might come out kind of weird. But yeah, he says, I assume you're taking questions, and I am, yeah. My question is, what if Vegeta won the beam struggle with Goku? Well, the scenario would go the same up until the first few uses of the Kaioken in the Saiyan Saga. Let's say that this version of Vegeta is just a little stronger than his canon counterpart, like 19,000 or 20,000. This can result in like maybe a hard-fought battle before they come to Earth that just gives them one little like a very small Zenkai boost, or any other type of thing. Like maybe King Vegeta was a little bit stronger when he has Vegeta. Any number of things that get this Vegeta to a stronger version of himself. The scenario, like I said, goes pretty much the same, but Goku's base Kaioken, meaning just the times 2 multiplier, is not enough, so the Kaioken times 3 is needed just to fight Vegeta hand to hand. This brings the fight to a similar point, with Goku being much more tired when Vegeta initiates his Gallic Gun. Refusing to go down, Goku charges up his own Kamehameha with the Kaioken times 3 still in effect, but this version of the Gallic Gun is likely anywhere from like 26,000 to 27,000 power level, meaning the Kaioken times 4 is needed even more. But Goku is just too tired. For a while, it looks like Goku will overtake Vegeta in power, but unfortunately his body just gives out, and the purple beam consumes him, killing him for the second time. Vegeta likely couldn't destroy the Earth, even though the filler says he could have. This means that he has to take time to like call his pod down to him and prepare a much more powerful attack that he can probably hit the Earth's core with and destroy it over a period of time, kind of like Frieza does. But Vegeta has no scouter, and riding the high of victory, he is not paying attention. This means that Krillin and Gohan, both fresh off a split Zensu bean, have the element of surprise on him, and they returned after feeling Goku's power disappear. The two come up with a battle plan, and soon, Gohan is directly in front of him, roaring out with a rage-boosted Masenko. Behind him, Krillin once again tries a Kenzan. In a gory move, after Vegeta is hit in the face by Gohan's Masenko, he is cut in half by Krillin's Kenzan. This means that Vegeta has died as well. From here, the plan to go to Namek is also thought of, and Kami's old ship is used. However, the team would still run into trouble on Namek 6 months later, causing them to call for backup. So, the B team's called in. This consists of Chi-Chi, Master Roshi, and the cowardly Yajirobe, all called to step up to the plate, and they probably trained for the 6 months while the team is going to Namek, since the Earth has no strong protectors anymore with Goku and the rest of the Z-Fighters now being dead. But again, I'm going to leave this scenario right here. If you want to see this continue, just let me know. Like up Super Savage 7. Actually, no. I'll tell you what you have to do. If you want to see this scenario continue, go to Super Savage 789's latest video. We got 600 views on this last time. I want to see the latest video he has at 150 likes. That will guarantee a continuation of that What If in one of these podcasts. If you don't want to see it, just don't do that. It's perfectly fine. Doug asks, what if Vegeta turned good early? Hashtag PlusUltraFam, excuse me. You should shout out people that use this tag because Mono does this. Yeah, man, like I said, I will be doing that, and hashtag PlusUltraFam has won pretty easily. I gave you guys a choice of what we'd use, and that won like really easily. Moving on. In the Piccolo scenario, I did the same thing. Piccolo turns good as early as he's introduced, so we'll do a similar thing with Vegeta. Actually, this would also happen pretty much during the beam struggle. Vegeta, after losing to the ×4 Kamehameha Kaioken, Kamehameha, whatever, he realizes that the Kaioken is a technique just too powerful for him to pass up learning. So he's going to return to the ground, and he calls an end to the fight, which is good for Goku because it means his body is nowhere near as beat up, and he can stop struggling. His muscles are torn up from just using the Kaioken. This also means that the Zenkai boost he gets from the battle won't be as good, but I digress. From there, Vegeta tells Goku all about Frieza, and Goku is easily agreeing to help just because Frieza sounds like a bigger bad. Vegeta seems like he would rather take this guy down, and it's just a new challenge for him to fight. So I think that Goku and Vegeta train for a bit while they wait for another pod to come down from planet Frieza number 79, the closest Frieza planet. This is done so that they can infiltrate the Frieza forest while the other Z fighters go to Namek. And during this time, Vegeta's probably tutored in the Kaioken by Goku. He might not learn it, but he'll have the basics of it. And finally, a pod does arrive, and all the groups kind of blast off into space to go do their separate missions. Though Vegeta and Goku and Voma's team don't really realize their missions will be intersecting very soon. But again, I'll be leaving this story off for right now, just for the sake of time. Tim Worley uses the wrong tag, but he says, hashtag go beyond. What if Kakashi adopts Sasuke and Naruto, thus making a different Jonin leader, the leader of Team 7, excuse me. Kakashi would have had to adopt Naruto first and then Sasuke afterwards, though being the one to raise or being raised by one of the top Jonins in the Leaf, this means that Naruto's will just be. Excuse me, I'm sorry, I don't mean to burp and stuff. This means that Naruto would just be very, very strong from training with his adopted dad, and Sasuke would be a lot stronger than in canon and might be able to reawaken his Sharingan a lot earlier. Sasuke would still probably have that ambition to kill Itachi, but being like raised in a loving home, is gonna soften his heart up a little bit. Tim says that there would be a different leader of Team 7, but Team 7 will likely be completely different. Once Sasuke realizes who Kakashi is, he's going to be trying to graduate the academy at an early age, as Kakashi, and Itachi did. So you could actually have this version of Naruto and Sasuke, they're going to be rivals no matter what. You could actually have this version of both of them way, 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 way stronger than the average Genin, like probably almost tuning by the time the story starts proper, which would be kind of cool and it'd be a very cool divergent to the normal story. And our last what if, because I don't want to like make this podcast too long, but Blaze Arcanine says, and that's actually a really great name because if you don't know, Arcanine is actually my favorite Pokemon, like overall. But he asked, what if Naruto could use Kushina's chakra chains? This would be considered a Kekkei Genkai, and even further beyond that, it's a very recognizable Kekkei Genkai, because I'm pretty sure Kushina was probably the only character we know other than the first Hokage's wife. I think she could use the chakra chains as well. But this means that people are going to realize exactly who the Uzumaki are. It's also been kind of weird to me that nobody like recognizes Naruto's last name, because the Uzumaki are like a really famous clan that's connected to the Senju, and beyond that, the Leaf Village does have their symbol on their Jonin attire, so it's kind of weird that nobody recognizes it. I don't know if there's like an in-canon reason for that, but I digress. This might actually like make some physical changes in Naruto as well. Like he might have red hair instead of his father's hair, but having the chakra chains and being so recognizable as Kushina's offspring, I think that this could actually cause Sasuke's mother to either adopt or start taking care of Naruto, but this would probably lead until the Uchiha massacre, because that would still happen here. I know I did just have two Naruto what ifs where Sasuke and Naruto pretty much raised his brothers, but these two stories could have a lot of intersect to me at least. From there, Naruto would have a little more guidance and a little more love in his life, and he might develop a relationship with Sasuke earlier. So after the Uchiha are kind of killed, Naruto having this bond with Mikoto Uchiha, I think that's Sasuke's mother. So Naruto having that bond with her is going to cause him to also want revenge on Itachi. And from there, this is going to make it to where, what am I trying to say here? This is going to make it to where those two are going to be training together with their Kekkei Genkai. So I can actually see them going into the academy, in the proper timeline, training with those Kekkei Genkai, and by the time they're coming out, Naruto could probably, manifest one of his chakra chains, and Sasuke can probably get one Tomo with his Sharingan. But yeah, guys, that is where I'm going to leave the what ifs off for right now. Again, if you want to see any of these what ifs continue, I'm going to probably figure out a better way for us to learn how, like, what ifs we want to see continue from podcast to podcast. But if you want to see this continue, just let me know in the comment section, and like the original commenters, original comments up. Give them some props. Tell them thank you for this type of stuff. Again, guys, massive thank you just for enjoying these podcasts. These have actually been very, very fun for me to record, and I didn't want to do this one so soon after the first one, but I was just way, way, way too anxious to get another one out. I had a lot of fun with the first one. Had to get this one out for you guys very, very soon. But from now on, I'm going to try and space these out for like a week apart. Maybe every Thursday of the week you'll get one of these. And if I have a week where I'm just too swamped, or might have like a serious class or a serious test I got to study for, I'll sit down and record one of these, post it, and then the next day record another one of these and post that one. And you might just not get the majority of the content you usually get. But these are not going to replace what if videos by any means. I have been kind of taking this week, not off, but I've kind of been taking this week to relax. I've been very, very stressed out with YouTube and kind of like school decisions lately. So this kind of week of just relaxing and just writing scripts has made my creativity kind of juice back up, and so is the podcast thing. But it's really just energized me back up. So I'm kind of coming off a burnout right now. But you guys are going to be getting a lot of content next week. Hopefully 3 what if videos, 1 podcast, and 1 stream. That is not confirmed. And remember, that's at the time of me recording this now, which is like July 19th, I think. But yeah. Anyway, guys, I'm rambling on at this point. as always, take care of yourselves. Please, please, please drink water, get a lot of rest, eat healthily. And as always, I gotta find a better way to say this because I keep saying as always twice. But, as always, go beyond plus ultra. See you guys next time and love you.